am walking. Everything seems so fresh and clean. There are trees that are beat down and plants that are beat down. But guess what? They're going to jump right back up when the sun comes out. They're going to reach for the sky. And that's what we do too after we get beat down. The sun will come out and we can reach for the sky. I have some stories to tell, and I want to tell them here on Facebook, or YouTube Live. I tried doing all the scripts and chat GPT to try to perfect what I was going to say and all that. And I just have ADHD, so I'm just not really getting there with that. So I'm going to do it this way and see how it goes. I have another piece of equipment that I probably should start using once I do this. But anyway, I want to tell y'all a story about a lot of different things. I want to tell you a story about a little girl who joined a church, who, always had Christ in her heart, and joining that church kind of, sent her in a little bit of a different direction, not a bad direction, but anyway, I have a story about that. I want to tell you a story about I have breast implant illness, and I had surgery 12 days ago, and I have no breasts, as you can see. I don't know if you can see, but 14 years ago, I had my implants removed, or I'm sorry, I had my real ones removed, my killer rack. I had big boobs ever since I was a little teenage girl. And I had been diagnosed with breast cancer, and it was a type of cancer that was in situ, so it wasn't ever, maybe never would spread, but there was also, it was there. I had cancer in my body with possibility of spreading. So I follow the protocol for over 3 years of just having a mastectomy every 6 months and getting it checked. And there's the stress of sitting there waiting. Ma'am, you need to wait for the radiologist. He wants to talk to you. And then just the stress of all that. And after those few years, I finally decided to have my breast removed. And my hesitation, of course there were hesitations, lots of them. One was, though, that there was no way to keep my nipples. And so I went ahead and did that, and I got implants. I got breast implants. I got saline implants at first, and I can't remember what the problem was with that. By the way, one of the symptoms of breast implant illness is cognitive dysfunction. Wow, the sun's coming out. I should have brought my sunglasses. Anyway, but the salines didn't work. So in December of 2010, I got silicone implants. And don't get me wrong, the saline would have done the same thing because they were encased in a silicone wrapper, for lack of a better word. Anyway, I had those implants. And I'll tell you in another video about fibromyalgia and my experience with having my teeth removed because I had crowns and root canals. Anyway, I'll do that in a different video. But I went on along for years, had degenerative disc disease, pain meds, just all kinds of things. And then about 5 years ago, I started taking some supplements that gave me a new lease on life. So I think what they did was they put my symptoms, my breast implant illness symptoms, at bay. And of course, back then I had no idea that this even existed. I didn't know about this illness until February of this year. But anyway, so I would go through periods where, my symptoms would come back, and I would try to fight it with the supplements and things. And then 2 years ago, I found a book called The Longevity Diet by Victor Longo, and I really was intrigued. I was having a really bad year, and I'll tell you about that bad year in another video. But anyway, I just um, just was keeping my symptoms at bay, and they'd come out, and I'd put them back. And sometimes I was really discouraged about what I did before that didn't work. But so I started. I've been running 5K a day since 2020, and in January I couldn't even walk. I wound up buying a cane in February. I had trouble getting up the stairs. I had to sit down after walking just a little bit because of shortness of breath. And it just went on. I went to the doctor. They told me, oh, you're just getting old. I am 60. I turned 60 last July, so I have 61st birthday coming up in less than 2 weeks. But anyway, it's breast implant illness, and I had I thankfully my daughter, her doctor was informed, and she gave my daughter some information on see, there's my cognitive dysfunction information on a Facebook group, and the Facebook group is almost 200,000 strong. So anyway, they were a lifesaver. There's a website. It's a not-for-profit group, and I got tons of information, tons of just help, and so I had gone to a plastic surgeon near where I lived, and he didn't believe in breast implant illness. There's no test for it, so he just said, these are signs of aging. And I have to laugh at that because I'm the one that does backflips off the dock and the cliff. And when we are dancing, I go lower than anybody in their 30s, But now all of a sudden in March, or February, I'm just old. It just happened overnight. But anyway, so I, of course, didn't use that doctor. He wasn't going to remove the implants the way that they needed to be removed. They needed to have the capsules removed as well. And if you need information on this, I will put a link to it in the notes, and so you can find that group and find out some information. But anyway, through my group, I found the doctor here. I'm in Rock Hill, South Carolina, staying with a sweet, wonderful friend. That's another story. And my follow-up was supposed to be today. It got rescheduled to tomorrow. But I found a surgeon here that knew of the condition and knew exactly how to perform the surgery. And I have been, I had to live with my son's family for a month so they could take care of me. I couldn't take care of myself really. And during that time, I used nutrition and supplements and tried to put my symptoms at bay and put them at bay enough to go home. And then the end of April, I was just like, I thought my surgery was going to be at least August or later. And I thought, I can't do this. I can't just be in the bed, feeling like this for all that time. And then not really knowing if things would go away, if they would be better in August. So I really went back to that book, that longevity diet, and found, returned to what I had been doing before. And I was able to put my symptoms at bay until my surgery. And now, after my surgery, here I am almost 2 weeks, and I had the symptoms return on the 4th of July because I started in the morning at a pancake breakfast with the, raising the flag, watching the cute little parade with the babies. And I'm not even paying attention to where I'm going here, but that's okay. It's not my neighborhood. But anyway, so I didn't eat right that day, and it was hot. It was like 99 degrees and humidity. And my symptoms started coming back. And the symptoms that came back were um, I one of the things was I described as I felt like I was drunk, but no buzz. That sucks, right? Um, anyway, my vision is still blurry. I mean, it hasn't cleared yet. I'm hoping that it will. But I just, you know, fatigue, extreme fatigue. I just couldn't walk very far without having to sit down. I couldn't stand up for more than 30 seconds without having to sit down. And I mean, you can see right now I'm walking. I've probably walked and I've run. I mean, when I wasn't talking to you, I was running. But I put my binding on my chest so I don't have to hold it in. I'll show you some pictures of where I was running holding it. But yes, that's a very attractive look. Anyway, I'm feeling better and I want to share. I want you guys to follow me and so that I can share, what I've done with the nutrition because I feel like people are over medicated and a lot of the medications that you take cause symptoms. They have side effects that they openly admit when they prescribe them. Um, and, I just want to try to help my friends get better, feel better, get rid of the brain fog for sure. And I want to talk about that. I want to talk about all those things in these videos. So I hope that you will subscribe to my channel. And if YouTube said if I get 1,000 subscribers, which I'm about a tenth of the way there, but if I get 1,000 subscribers, then I can go live all the time. I don't know. It looks like I'm live right now because it looks like somebody's in here. So whoever's in here, if you're following me, leave a comment, leave a, something so I know who you are. And I love you. I just want you to feel better. I want everybody to feel good. We live to be much older nowadays, but people don't have vitality. They just kind of exist on medications and getting by. And I have so much joy, so much love and energy, and I just want to share it. I just want to have everybody experience it. And so I love y'all. I love whoever you are there giving me the little clicks. I'll see you in another video.